In the video, we're gonna start. We're gonna say, "Oh, look at this! I just pulled this up. This is a 2700 Phara Roadhog on Legion Tower. His name is Beastmaster. Let's see how he does."
Round one. Capture the objective.
Got it. Ready for duty. Enemy someone move back.
Aiming's overrated.
So I like these shots. I like these angles. This is... That's where Farah is really dangerous. Is when you get these sharp angles.
The objective is now.
There you go. Diva's out of her bubble. Or out of her car. Whatever you want to say. Now what I haven't... Okay, there. I was just about to say that. Good, and you killed her too. Perfect. I was like, I haven't seen much concussive blast used offensively, which would have been nice. This is okay. Okay, you know where they're going. Now you can start setting up against that. Oh, did you get someone? Yeah! Eat shit, May. So already your fuel control is nice. I like this. I would like you to go up and over already though. You're not using your jump jets inside. Well, yeah, you are. Ooh, those were some good shots. Feel free to split them up. Yeah. This Zarya needs to pay. Okay, it's getting to the point is at 80% and killing people. Like using your ult on a single person may be very effective right now. So overall, I think this was played quite nicely. I like how you had no fucking clue what was going on because you were lagging. You just ulted and you're like, I hope someone dies. That's cool.
I will not fail again.
Should you prioritize hit scan or heals at the beginning of the match? You mean when targeting the enemies? You target what's given to you. Don't go for the punch. What happens? What happens, YouTube? This fucking overtime. You know the ult's coming in. Watch out, Tracer. Oh. Oh, what a sad death. This is great. Oh, I love the replay. I like how you watched it too. That's hilarious.
There's nothing to stagger right now. We're just going one by one dot.
That was a nice... I saw what you're going for with that boop. That was a good idea.
My team needs me.
Okay, yep, get some nice little chip damage in there. Now I would play a little bit more forward because your team, like, you have to stay equal with your team.
Clearing the area.
Perfect. Get in there, kill someone. Remember that you have the, if you get 99%, alt. Don't be afraid to alt. Yeah, like this. You don't want to allow to happen what happened last time. Also, Phara is terrible at shooting shields. Watch out. Why Phara is terrible at shooting shields is she actually has low DPS. I mean, this is... Man, this is getting stupid.
My team needs me.
Yeah, so you're dealing with, and this is, Farah actually does struggle with tanks. She's like Junkrat, where they struggle with tanks because, if they're getting healed and they survive a shot or two, like if you miss one shot out of your clip, it takes your entire clip to kill them. Farah, low DPS, 2 direct rockets kill someone. The problem is she shoots once a second. And her reload time is... reload time's a second and a half. She's actually low DPS. Shoot a shield. See how long it takes you to kill Reinhardt's shield. If you want to know how low DPS someone is, shoot a shield and see how long it takes. I think Pharaoh would be over 30 seconds. This is where I would alt. Oh. Very good. Now, I would actually body block in the window. That's where the Winston's coming in from. That was like a fucking 5-minute game. That was like actually more like a... That's like a 9-minute game. Jesus.
Score 1-0.
You think it's 1.1 shots a second? Well, because you're counting reload time. Farah's actual... her fire rate is 1 a second.
Stick to the plan. And if you get
Does that mean no, because Junkrat, because Junkrat has a fire rate 40% faster than Phara. That's why Junkrat's good at killing shields. Also, no fall off damage. Junkrat shoots every 0.6 seconds. Phara shoots every 1. So already right there, you're shooting 40% faster. They have the same reload time. Phara has 1 more clip size to her advantage. But that does not make up for the advantage that is 40% attack speed. And that's not counting, that's just counting left click. Remember, Junkrat has remote mine as well, which adds another shot for essentially free. No, I mean, this guy's accuracy seems fine enough. But she is definitely attacking by themselves a lot. You're out of here, tree? Alright, good night. I like this. I like this attack path. Because it allows you to put shots on the point immediately. I know Farah doesn't have fall off, but the 40% attack speed is what makes it bad. It's why Junkrat is a shield buster and Phara isn't. So this is perfect. Diva was like, hey, I'm gonna deal with this Phara, and you're just like, whatever. Like, bitch, you can't fly like me. He's also very over-focusing you. Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright, this is the right decision. That Diva ult makes you wanna hope. You're like, oh, I can kill the other two people, but Soldier was still ulting. Also, you needed to grab that health pack. Now you can grab the health pack.
Health restored.
Sneaky sneak. Farah's alone, I would say hit scans have an okay chance at her. Depends on the skill level of the hit scan player. But yeah,
My team needs me.
if you start understanding how rockets are shot and how to dodge them, and I come from a Quake background, so this is kind of just second nature to me, you can survive a lot longer than a Phara. And yeah, like, if a McCree is in within shooting distance, like fall-off distance, it's quite easy for the Phara to three-shot, or quite easy for the McCree to three-shot the Phara. The problem is Phara tries to shoot from orbit. The problem isn't just the naked Phara, it's the Phara Mercy combo. So that was not a bad ult. It's an overtime, you have to do something, I get it. Also, we've been missing a lot of subs. I apologize to everyone. So, you saw Peach? Ants? This hi Chro, how are reviews going? We're doing, I think we're doing fine. That's up to chat though, not me. And Voting Rex has subscribed. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for the, he's a new subscriber, and he subscribed on User Review Night. That's very nice of him. Why aren't shotgun heroes considered good against Phara? Because that's how you hunt a lot of birds and it's easier to aim. Because shotguns in video games work like this. That's how they shoot. Like, oh, you want to shoot this? Yeah, your hitbox is like this, so you're gonna hit like 2 pellets and do 4 damage. But I get what you're saying. He's being ironic. That he's like, you actually use shotguns to shoot birds in real life. Why is it that shotguns suck in games? It's like that's just how shotguns work in video games. Okay, so remember your strength is being up high. You want to get to your here. Okay, the largest advantage Phara has in the game is if there's a choke point, like let's say, I don't know, this, and you fly just out of range enough to get a good angle onto the ground. Because they have to come out and then shoot you. If you have to go through a choke point where Phara can sit right above it, like this is a little, here we go, this is the good stuff. There, like there, just that, yeah. And about that discussion about should a McCree kill a Pharaoh one-on-one if it's within 15 meters? The answer is fuck yes. Because by the time the Pharaoh gets the second shot off, the McCree should have 3 shots into her. McCree shoots as fast as Junkrat. Wait, maybe I think... Is he 0.1 seconds faster? I think McCree's 0.5 seconds. Or is it 0.6? I forget. But if Farah has no healer, you can just poke her down. Yeah, exactly. The Farah seems to hover too low? I don't see that as a bad thing. You gotta remember, Farah has more mobility on the ground than she does in the air. Good shot. Good shots. And that right here is another spot. Oh, sorry. Up here is another spot where you can hover and shoot anyone that comes in. Very strong for Farah. Yeah, you get, I mean, this guy has pretty good accuracy with Farah. I would not say accuracy is a problem for him. And if people are like, oh, he could be more accurate though, it's again, no shit, everyone could be more accurate. Since no one has 100% accuracy, everyone could be more accurate. Like, that's a shit thing to say. Read the title, it didn't click. I have the #1 reviews in the world. Universe! World. I'm not so lame that I'd stop at the world. So one of the things with Farah is the higher she flies up, the more visible she is. Depending on the classes in the game, could make her easier to hit, less easier. A map like this... it's the whole Icarus deal, right? You fly too close to the sun, your wings get, you know, your wings melt. Yeah, I would get the fuck down from that. That is one thing that will put a Phara down pretty quick. By the time you fall, if you're too high up, McCree can just high noon you. Only in this universe? Yeah, I can only count. I can only make sure of this universe. I'm not so cocky that I will say any universe.
I've got you in my sights.
He got booped, so it's a fair trade because Soldier used his ult. I mean, that was good. That was a fucking good shot by McCree. Boj, there is no such thing as flick shotting. No, there's just accuracy, and either you're aiming quick or slow. The entire concept of the flick shooting pisses me off, and everyone's wrong. And that's what you get for waiting until the last second and trying to be cool. Sometimes it's better not to min-max and just get behind cover.
I will not fail again. I am empowered.
Yeah, the whole thing between flick shooting and like tracking and all that, there's just one thing. It's called accuracy. Either you're good at it or you're bad at it. You may have a weak like point that you can't track very well, but you're diving too. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're still. Oh, you got a mercy. That's why. Man, it's amazing what you can do when you got a mercy on you. Well, you can't heal through that. That's for sure. What? Was that lag? That was strange. You don't think it's the Pharaoh's fault for diving to the Diva mech 'cause it moved a little bit? Oh, alright, it's a loss. What is it, L, you say? There we go.
The name's McCree.
So he switches to Hog. Okay, like, whatever. That's cool. I'm not gonna, like, I don't talk about team compositions and user reviews just because I don't think it's helpful to the player. If all you do is think is what matters is composition and whatnot, you haven't played Overwatch. I bet you can get the Grandmaster with a 6 stack if you're doing the worst composition possible. You just be better than people. So already I like your team's strategy of getting the fuck in the point. I hate going center path on this one. Reload and then hook. So you're keeping the choke point full of bullets. And I would look at targeting this Diva down, because she is being annoying as shit. And Hook is so good. Yep. So hooking Zarya, the thing is man, this is gonna get so much worse for Hogs. They're gonna actually have to do. Hogs are gonna have to really step up their target prioritization, and the teams really have to start helping the Hogs out. What is the best option to take out a Phara? Soldier or McCree? Depends on the map, depends on the distance. Oh, your entire team's dead. Oh, you... Someone back-capped him. And it's a Tracer Lucio. That is the most annoying thing to kill the game! And they took out the Diva's mech. That sets you guys up nicely. So, target prioritization. What the fuck was that? Bubble. There's a bubble there for like a fraction of a second. So remember, Roadhog is pick-based. I think there is a shield on Mercy for a split second.
My ultimate is ready. Let's do this.
Or it was lag. But so Hog is pick-based, meaning don't jump in to the middle of the fight unless something like that happens. Oh, yeah, that was in his face. Hook the Diva. Perfect. Alright. Now you hook the next son of a bitch you see. So that was good. You got the McCree pick at first. That's what opens... That's how Roadhog works. Roadhog, Widow, Hanzo... These characters are more pick-based, meaning don't start a fight unless you have a man advantage. Stay away from the middle of the door, because that's where the... Remember, Mei's ult needs line of sight. What is... You know what? He must be lagging or something. He must have a higher ping. Because I swear... He was farther than that. Also, Mei hit him once, which slowed down his movement speed. I think he does have a latency issue. Actually, just by those movements alone, did you see how jerky that was? Yeah, it's definitely latency. Good job, Reaper. Get on that point. Basic for Life says, how do you feel about Junkrat used in esports? Is he viable this season? I like how people use him once and they're like, is he viable? He's always been viable. It's just that people are dumb. So, overall, not terrible. Not terrible. So we have Phara, and we kind of have Hog. And Hog really wasn't even used that much, but we'll talk about him. So I think his accuracy was quite good with Phara. His positioning wasn't bad. Yeah, I would say it's fine. For the first couple rounds, he did it without a mercy, which is more than most Pharahs do these days. I believe concussive. I was happy enough with his concussive blast usage. His thruster usage. I know thrusters is Diva's. Whatever, the jump jets, whatever you want to call Pharah's fucking move. I'm sure it has an actual name, I just don't know it. Logistics. I think he was doing everything. Fine. Remember, Phara, you do attack slow. That is one thing about it. You do 120 damage a hit, but you attack every 1 second. 120 damage. That means if you want to kill someone like Diva, it takes 5 seconds, and you gotta hope you hit every shot dead on, and she doesn't absorb a single one. Same thing with Winston. Same thing with Reinhardt. All these big tanky classes. Actually, one-on-one is quite difficult. I don't want to say it's quite difficult. It's just it's a long match whenever you have to fight these people as Phara. Now, when you have a Mercy in your other team, you do very, very good supplemental damage. Yeah. So just be wary that shields are Pharah's greatest enemy, I think. Yeah. Like, if you fight a Winston one-on-one, you're not getting through that shield. I think the shield will actually... Shield is 600... Will your shield... I forget how long Winston's shield will last for. But yeah, you'd kill it on the 5th shot. So, I mean, it would take 5 seconds to get through Winston's shield alone. Let alone his health pool. I mean, you're up to like 12 seconds to kill with 100% accuracy, the shield and Winston. But one of Pharah's greatest strengths is if there is a choke point, and you can get above this choke point, like by a high degree, and they can't hit you. Notable points, I guess the Lijiang tower map with the circle, right? You can the circle stuff, and you can like fly right here. There's the wall there, and here's the choke point they walk out of. The wall here. There's a health pack here. Goes up to this server room. Like flying above here is really, really good, because if they come out any of these chokes, you're going to get some easy hits off. And they have to go through the choke and deal with your team the entire time just to get to shoot Phara. So definitely abuse that. Be careful of flying too high, right? The whole Icarus deal. If you don't have a Mercy, you can get poked down. Sometimes it actually takes too long to drop to the ground before McCree can actually 2-second shot you, if you will, with that eye. It's going to be a little bit faster with the new patch. So watch out for that, Pharahs. Overall, though, I think your Pharaoh was really good. I think you're going up against a tougher matchup for Pharaoh. They had, from memory, they had Diva a lot. You're dealing with the Soldier nicely, I believe. They had McCree and Zarya. And Zarya is one of those ones, because you have a more or less a slow projectile, you're going to hit her once. Right, you can maybe stop the second bubble or the second shot on the bubble from getting absorbed, but you're going to give her 24 energy all the time, constantly. Just you can't stop it. You're a projectile-based class. That's all there is to it. So you were up against some tough stuff, and I think you're doing good. I have actually no worries about your Phara. As for what to work on, I think this is the fucking third game in a row. It's your like you need to work with your team more. I think the maps you were winning, it was fine. Like you were going in alone and you were surviving long enough before your team was getting in there, and then you're getting that. But the maps you were losing on, like it was bad. You were kind of staggered. You're going in alone. You kept on getting picked off solo. You weren't doing anything with your team. Stuff like that. And this isn't a Pharaoh skill. This is just a Overwatch skill. Hog. I can't really talk about any of these. Just with Hog, worry about target priority, and it's going to be. If you think it's bad now, it's going to be terrible when he gets his the old nerf. Yeah, it's a nerf stick. I'll say it's a nerf stick. You cannot. It's going to be difficult to one-shot tanks. Actually, you can't one-shot tanks, but like Winston and Diva, who Roadhog was really good against, he's not going to be that good against them anymore. I say not good against, but he's going to be less effective against them. He's going to need his teammates to help more. But hooking the Diva, I think, is one of the main priority targets for Hog, because it's one of the few things that goes through defensive matrix, really puts her out of position and leaves her vulnerable for that 1 second. Teams and players will get better with the new Hog and go, all right, he hooked someone, we have to help him out to kill him. And once people figure that out, I think Hog will be just fine again. But Diva, I would say, is priority number one. If not the Diva, then if you can get a 200 hit point class, get them. But Diva was definitely shutting down your fun. You hooked Zarya a couple times, and this is based off of like 2 minutes of gameplay, so this is what I'm trying to grasp at. I'm grasping at straws. Your accuracy seemed fine, you're putting good damage on the choke point, your positioning seemed fine enough. You were with your team most of the time. May kept on freezing you. Shit happens. Other than that, I think you're doing fine. But that's it for this. But I would work with your team more. I would say I'm quite impressed actually with your accuracy with Farah, and your positioning seemed fine enough. But you did it alone. You didn't do it with a Mercy until like a 3rd or 4th round in. Yeah, good job. Oh, also remember, flying is a flank. So people always think of, like, we're looking at top down. Like, flanking is like this. These wide swings. Flanking can be as little as this. Or maybe even like that. It's just not head on. But also, if we do a side view of this, Farah attacking this way when everyone else is attacking this way is a flank. I consider it, you are separated from your team. I just treat it like a flank. Realize that doing this takes time, and because we define it as a flank, we have to apply the flanking rules to it, which is it takes time, and it does leave you vulnerable because you're alone. But if you have a Mercy with you, hey, you're not alone anymore. You got a buddy. Makes it a lot easier. This is understanding this fundamental thing is quite important. But yeah, let's do the next one.